This is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make this chick on your rainbow loom. For today, you're going to need yellow, white, orange, and 2 black bands if you don't have beads. If you do have beads, then we're going to be using small pony beads, and 2 orange bands, extra orange bands. You can do a different, like maybe a neon color so that it looks like this, or again, 2 small pony beads. For the yellow, you're going to need 86 yellow bands, 15 orange bands, 16 white, and 2 black bands. So gather your supplies and then we will begin making the chick. The thing we're going to do is make the chick's little wings, and you're going to grab a single yellow band and place it on these 3 pegs, and make sure your loom is set up in the staggered configuration where the middle row is above the other 2. Then you're going to grab 2 bands, so that was a single, and place 2 here, 2 here, and 2 on the other side as well. And then grab 2 more bands, and you're going to place them like this on those 3 pegs, and then you're going to grab a single yellow band, wrap it around itself, place it on these 3 pegs, then grab another single, and you're going to wrap it around this peg 4 times. And we can do that again because we need 2 wings, so you can grab these 3 bands, these 3 pegs right here, and that's a single band, and then 2 bands, 2 bands here, and 2 here, and then another 2 on these 3, a single wrapped around itself on these 3, and then another single wrapped around this peg 4 times. And now we can loop it, and if you have a toothpick or something thin available, it's probably a good time to gather that so that we can place the wings on the hook and the feet. So I'm going to loop this with this hook so that I can leave it on there. You're going to push back the capping and grab just one of the bands and place it to the left. Grab the other and place it to the right, and then you're going to loop these forward and this one. You're going to push back that triangle band and loop that forward. The same here, and the same on this one and this one. And then I'm going to remove it and place it and leave it on this hook. And that's one of your little chick's wings. And the same on this one. Push back the triangle bands, the capping, and grab just one of those bands. And you could bring it to the left or to the right, it doesn't matter. This one is to the other. Push here, grab those 2 bands, loop that forward. Loop these forward. Make sure you push that triangle band out of the way. Grab the 2 yellow. The same here, pushing that band out of the way and grabbing the 2 yellow. And then grab that single, bring it to the middle, and this single. And we're going to take that and place that on the hook as well. And that's the other wing. And now the next thing we're going to do is make the little chick's feet. So you're going to grab your orange bands, and you're going to take a single orange and wrap it around your hook 4 times. And then you're going to grab 2 orange bands and transfer that on there. Now another way to do this, if you don't want to use the hook, is you can take 2 orange bands, place it here, another 2, place it here, and then another 2 and place it here, and just do not connect them. And then you take a single and you wrap it around this peg 4 times. The same on here, and then on this one. And then you would loop that. So I'm going to remove this one. You would just loop this, pushing the capping back and grabbing the 2 bands, loop that forward. The same with this one, and then this one. And then you can just pop this off. And then they're all on your hook, and just pull on the part that we tied around 4 times just to make it neater. And then you're going to grab, once they're all on your hook, you're going to grab 2 bands, 2 more orange bands, and you're going to slide all of these on there one by one, like that. And take your hook and put it through the other loop, catch the other loop. Something happened here. There it is. Okay, so you grabbed the loop. It should look like that. And then you're going to grab another orange, but a single, and you're going to wrap it around itself. And you're going to loop that through, and then grab the other loop. And that is one of your chick's feet. And we can do that again together. You're just going to go down your loom 3 times using double orange bands. Then you're going to grab single band and cap them, wrapping it around 4 times. Again on this last one. And then you're going to loop. Remove them. And then grab double orange bands. Place it on your hook. Slide each one of those little toes or his feet onto that double band, and then grab the other double band. Then take another single, wrap it around itself, and loop it. Pull it through, grab the other loop. And if you remove this and place it to the side, it's going to come apart. This is why I said to grab a spare hook or a toothpick. So I'm going to transfer this onto here. And now I have my feet and my wings. And the other thing is grab 2 more orange bands, place it on your loom like that. Wrap that around 4 times again, a single. Loop it. And then that you can place it aside, that's okay. And that's going to go right here. That's like the little chick's hair. Now we're going to start making the actual bird. So you're going to begin by using your yellow bands, and you're going to start from this very top peg right here and place 2 bands, and then 2 bands going this way. And we're going to go down 4 times, and on the 5th we're going to turn in. And the same on this side. And make sure your bands are placed neatly. And then turning in. So we went down 1, 2, 3, 4 and turn in on the 5th one. to the middle peg. And then in the middle, again, you can just go down until you reach this peg using yellow. Then we're going to take again our double yellow, and that's the neck. Then take double yellow again, and we're going to make the right and left shoulder, I guess. And then we're going to go down one time with the double yellow on this side, and one time on this side. But everything is double bands. And now we're going to grab some white bands, and we're going to go down 2 times on here. So it's 2 bands, 2 white bands, and we're going down 2 times. 2 times here. And that's what it should look like so far for you. And then in the middle of this peg right here, you're going to go down 4 times using 2 white bands. Now you're going to switch back to your yellow bands. Take 2 yellow, place it here. 2 yellow, place it here. And then from the middle peg, place it on the outer peg. And again, on this middle peg. And again, these were all using double bands. And now we're going to place an extension. So you're going to grab your yellow bands, and you're going to place 2 over these 2 pegs right here. And it should look like that. 2 on here, 2 here, and 2 here. So this is what yours should look like so far. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows going down, and it should be overlapping. And then on this peg right here, you want to take a single band and wrap it around only 3 times. And we're going to repeat the same thing on this side now. So you're going to go down 4 times, just with yellow. Then grab a single band, wrap it around this peg only 3 times. Now we're going to place triangle bands. Grab a single band and place it on these 3 pegs right here. You're not doing these 3, just these 3. Take another single and place it on these 3. Another single yellow on these 3. Now we're going to loop this outer layer. So we're going to push back that cap that we just did, that we wrapped around 3 times, and you're grabbing the very first 2 yellow bands. And then you're looping that forward. Now you're going to make sure you push back the triangle band when you enter, and you're aiming for, again, just the top 2 yellow bands, which should be obvious on this one because this one's white. Again, push back that triangle band and grab just the 2 yellow bands right there and loop that forward. The same here, push back that triangle band, grab the 2 yellow and loop that forward. So that side is complete. We're going to repeat it on this side. You're pushing back that band that we wrapped around 3 times, grabbing just the top 2 yellow, and you know you grab the right one because you should be pulling on here. Again, push back that triangle band, grab just the top 2 yellow, loop it forward, push back the triangle, grab the top yellow, loop forward, And the same here. Grabbing only the 2 yellow bands. And looping forward. And now this is what we're going to do. We're going to remove this layer and place it on the outside of our loom. So I like to take my thumb and cover this peg so it doesn't pop off. And then you're going to take your finger right here and you're going to push and pop them off and place it to the side. And you should make sure it should come off like this. And we're just going to adjust the triangle band. This line, this one right here, should be above. There should be one above, always the middle peg right here, and then this line should be underneath, and it should look just like a triangle. Same thing on this side. Hold this peg so it doesn't pop off. Grab the yellow. You're only grabbing these double yellow. Pop it off and place it to the side. Do not pop off this one or this one. These need to stay on, and these need to stay on. So now it should look like this. This should be on the outside, and this should be on the outside. Now we can add the feet. So grab the feet, place it here, and here. And the wing, be careful with the wing. There should be like 3 loops. Make sure that you grab all 3 or the wing will come apart. Place it there. And do the same with this one. Place it on this peg. And now we're going to add the little finishing touches, which is after we're going to loop this after. Let's add the little hair piece. So you're going to take your orange loop and place it on that peg right there. And now we're going to add the eyes. If you do not have pony beads, I'm going to be using 2 black beads and 2 orange beads. If you don't have that, you're going to use 2 black bands and 2 orange bands. And let's show you how to do it first with the bands. So you're going to take your hook and you're going to grab, and I'm using this band is thicker and has like a round shape to it. I thought that would make a nicer eye in case for if you don't have a bead. And you're going to wrap that around your hook 4 times. And you're going to do that again. And then you're going to grab the same color as your chick, which is yellow, and you're going to transfer that onto that single band. And then your eyes would go right here. You would separate the left and the right, and you place it on these 2. And then you would take your hook, separate that band in the middle, and place 1 loop on the top and 1 on the bottom. And that's your chick's eyes. And for his little beak, take an orange band, wrap it around 4 times, and then another, wrap it around 4 times. And then you're going to take another orange band and wrap it around itself. And you're going to transfer these onto that doubled band. Then take your hook, grab that bottom loop, and that's your beak. And then you're going to take another band, but this time it's yellow, and you're going to pull that through like this. And that is your little chick's beak. And that goes on that peg right there. So this is what yours is going to look like. But today I'm going to use the beads. And I'm going to use the beads for the eyes as well. So for the beak, for the eyes, I just take a yellow band and I thread it through 2 tiny little, I think they're 4mm pony beads, and I just place it on these 2. and then I just separate, grab that middle, that top band, and place it above like that. And then the same thing for the beak, nothing special. I just take the 2 orange bands. It's probably why I like using the beads better, it's just easier. And I place it here in the middle. And now we're going to loop. So you're going to take your hook and you're going to pull back on this feet, and you're going to make sure, we're going to be grabbing this band right here, these 2 bands. So you need to, this is the extension, you don't want these, you want this one right here. Where is it? So there's 1 set of bands here, the second set, and the third. You want the second. So we're going to push back the extension, grab the second set, and you're looping that to the middle. And you're going to do that with this one too. So we're not grabbing the extension, we're grabbing these right here, the second set. So you're going to reach in and you're going to push back. I cannot work sideways. You're going to push back the extension, and make sure you really do push back the entire extension, otherwise when you loop you're going to mess it up. If you have a hard time figuring out which one's the extension, you can take your hand like this and push on it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to push back the extension, and then I'm pulling on the band that I need, and then I can just grab it. Or I think I grabbed it. So now this should be really easy, but it's not. I don't even know. I'm going to pause the video. So I finally got it, and I'm going to grab it and bring it to the middle peg. And now I'm going to reach in and grab the remaining 2 bands, which is the bottom 2 right here. So there should be the extension left and the bottom 2. And it's just easier when you're not, I was struggling because when I'm filming I feel like I can't see what I'm doing. So you're going to take the bottom 2 bands and loop it forward. Same here, the remaining bottom 2 yellow bands, and loop that forward. And then you're going to reach in here and push back every yellow band and just grab the 2 white bands and loop it forward. Same here, make sure that every time you enter a peg you're pushing the triangle band back. Push that back, grab the white, bring it forward. Push this back, grab the white, loop it forward. This is easy, this just goes forward. And the same here. And then the middle. Push this one, grab the 2 white. So you should have a teardrop on all these so far, these 3. Now we're reaching in here again, pushing the triangle band back, looping forward to the wing. And we're going to loop the middle first. So we're going to loop that first because we want these bands to overlap. Push this triangle band, loop that forward. So we looped this and these 3, and now we're going to reach in where the wing is, and you're grabbing these bottom 2 bands right here. So you're going to reach in, push back all the bands, and grab just the bottom 2. And the same here, push back everything except for the bottom 2, and bring it. And I don't know if you can tell, it's very tight. You can hear it. And what I do when I see that, because that makes me nervous, I take my hook and I make a circular motion and it released it. Otherwise I feel like it's going to pop. Then you're going to take your hook, but before we do that, grab a single yellow band, and I forgot to place a triangle on here. Right here on these 3 pegs, triangle band. And then we can reach in here and bring the bottom 2 bands up, and then you're going to reach in here and you're going to grab the very top 2 yellow bands. Make sure they are matching, and mine are being pulled to the front, to the middle, so that's okay. And the next 2 of mine are going to the left, and then the final 2 going to the right. Now we are going to, we can loop the middle, it doesn't matter. And if you have bands, you're going to take the bands and pop it through. So I'm going to take this nose and I'm going to attempt to pop that through. I mean, once we loop, we can just grab the nose and pop it through after, but I like to do it before. Whatever, it's not working. And then you're going to grab these, loop that forward, and then this one and loop it forward. Now we're going to reach in these two pegs, push back every band except for the bottom two, loop forward. Same here, bottom two, loop forward. This is the nose band, push that back, grab the bottom two. Same here. And here's that little eye band right there. Make sure you push that back, grab the bottom two. Again, here's that eye band. You're pushing that back, grab the bottom two, loop it forward. So we looped all these, and they should have a teardrop shape. And the middle should be looped too. So make sure you have that. Then grab these, loop to the middle, and this one, loop to the middle. Now you're going to grab two yellow bands. Take your hook, go through all these bands right here, pull this through, and pull up on the orange bands, put your hook through, grab the other band right here, pull up on the orange again, and pull that through. And then you're going to make the slip knot. And now you can take your little chick off of the loom. Don't rip it off, otherwise you're going to stretch bands. I take them off hook by hook. It just makes the figures look a lot nicer. Let's adjust that. And this nose goes in this spot right here. And there's some loose bands, so you're just going to pull on it. And then the bands, you'll see they'll start to settle. And what I did is, if you're using beads, you can pull on them and pull it out a little. And what you're going to do is, first you can take your hook and you can go through the capping of the wing and pull on it. And then it makes it look better, like a triangle. And the same here. Go through all four bands of the wing and pull it. And then there's a band here, there's two here, and two here. You're going to take the wing and gently put it through the first two bands. And the same on this side. Gently through the first two. Then you're just going to fiddle with it. And this yellow band, if you don't like it in the front, you can pull on the little hair again, put your hook through it, grab the two bands, and pull it back like that. And then what I do is I go through some bands in the back and I grab the two bands, and since the chick is yellow anyway, it's just going to blend in. And then this is how you hide it. And then I take my eye. If you're using beads, you could pull on it a little. And that is how you make your little chick on your loom. And this is the original one. As you can tell, we changed it. I changed the color of that band because then it looked like he was wearing overalls. And I like this look better where it looks like it's just all white in the belly. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And if you make one, you can tag me on Instagram by using hashtag Marloomz Creations. And you can also share with me on my Facebook page, which is www.facebook and Marloomz Creations. So I hope you liked it, and thank you for watching.